All right, so I'm recording. So welcome to EDAR164, Nurturing Creativity in Young Children. My name's Victoria McTaggart. Some of you know me, some of you I know, but I have been lecturing here at ACU Brisbane campus for about 11 years now. I am predominantly in the arts, but I do take some med psych subjects. I, like you, have been numerous times being a student, so I do empathize with you. So if you need anything whatsoever, you just email me and I will get back to you within 48 hours, if not 24 hours, if not, a couple of hours. Okay. I've got quite a heavy load this semester, but I am here for you. So, and like I said, online learning can be, if you haven't done it before, can be a little bit hair raising. So time management is of the essence. You need to really, really, really commit to looking at your lectures and looking at your tutes and answering those questions. And I will say this, you do need to start collating a journal. Okay, so from the very first night, this night, start collating a journal of information, because it's going to help you with assessment 2. But I'll go through that in a moment. Okay, so take lots of notes. Okay, so because it's a praxis-based exploration, because we're looking at early childhood and the arts, I envisage that you will do what, we will do it as a group. We will explore the arts as a group. So we will be looking at all the art forms, so drama, dance, music, visual arts, and media arts. So yeah, you will be hopefully revealing yourself video wise and participating in this. All right. What else did I have to say? Are there any questions about the time slot? Because if you have got any queries about that, if 5:30 suits, then don't worry about it. If you have got other clashes, then send me your timetable. And not that I can sort out your timetable for you, but at least I know, this is why you may not be attending, or this is why, you're attending late, or whatever. It is up to you to have a look at the recorded tutorials. I will be uploading them nightly, if not first thing in the morning. So they should be up there relatively quickly. The recordings will be hyperlinked for you within the Leo site on the online learning tile. Okay, nowhere else, online learning tile. And if we just go through this Leo site now, you will see our online learning. Where is it? Where did I put it? Online learning. Oh yeah, we're the very last tile. So if you do press on that, you will see everything you need to. I'll just make sure that's shared. Okay, so if we buzz down here, you're going to see a nice picture of my face, which, might not be too pleasant. Okay, so here's the online Zoom tutorial links. So, of course, I'm presuming that that's where you went to tonight for this afternoon. I'm going to put the hyperlink for the recording on there, okay, as well. So don't get mixed up. Now and again, I will put some other information on there, but you are welcome to have a look at everything the on-campus students are looking at also. So make sure you go into your weekly tiles. So week 1, and of course, week 2, week 3, week 4, and so on to week 12. You've also got communication tiles there. So, there might be questions that you are thinking, okay, that might be a bit of a silly question and I'm not going to ask myself. It may be on the communication tile, so it might be on the discussion forum anyway. Now, if you put anything up on the discussion forum, and I will upload a link for a discussion forum on our online tile, but you are welcome to use the other communication tile. just be aware that it is public. So everyone can see your question or your comments. So just be aware of that. So if you have got anything personal or you know, something's happened and you know, you need to get in contact with me, don't go via that announcement, go via email, and that's strictly confidential. Okay. All right. So what else am I going to say? Unit outline. Hopefully you have all looked at the unit outline so far. Why isn't that?
Sorry, Victoria.
Yeah.
Is there no makeup task for this if we happen to miss one of the live toots at all?
No.
Okay.
No. Why does it say that? Does it say in attendance?
Oh, I don't think so. I was just making sure because I knew in the last EDAR unit we had to.
Yeah, so. No. I'm not. No. See, I'm what's happened is I'm lecturer in charge online, and online learning is very, very different from on campus, as you know. And I am, although I do want you to attend, to participate, and it is more beneficial for you to participate in the live online. Yeah. If you do miss a tutorial, then you've got the recording. So I'm going to be recording, you know, the 12 weeks worth of tutorials online. So you're not, just because you're online, you're not going to miss out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so there's no makeup task. But in saying that, Chelsea, we have got a journal to keep. So you do have to keep a weekly journal. So it's really, really important that you do look at the lectures and you do cover those booklet questions and you do look at the recorded tutorials, and try not to do that all in whatever week I'll have a look at the assessment task, whatever week that's due, because it would be too heavy. So if I can get you on task time management wise and do this, you know, bit by bit by bit, then, you know, good on us, because I think that's the only way to really get on top of, you know, this subject. Okay.
No worries.
Yep. Okay. So let's have a look at the unit outline. We'll just go quickly through that. Everyone should have my email address. It is in the unit outline. Now there is 2 unit outlines up on the Leo site. One is for Melbourne and one is for everyone else, including us online. Just make sure this is, yeah. I've just got to keep on going back and forth, making sure that we have a share. I'm going to minimize you guys. All right, so my email address is there. Plus we have got the lecturer in charge, Kathleen Plasto. So first port of call is me, and then second port of call is Kathleen. And if there's any issues that I think Kathleen should be CC'd into, then I will do so, okay? But if there's any queries or whatever, then please get in contact with me, and then, you know, I can CC Kathleen into it. Yeah, there's my email address. I have got 2 email address. They, you know, this one seems to go to the other one anyway. So on the unit outline, I think I put VI McTaggart. Both come to me. Okay. I don't know. ACU, they've given me 2 email addresses. So anyway, it's all good. All right. So it says here face-to-face and online, of course. All right. It is 12 weeks. You have to commit the time. Like I've been saying, I'm not going to be a broken record about that. Time commitment is important. I would get a calendar up and make sure that you have jotted down, this is for all your subjects, jotted down on your assessment tasks and when they are due. I'm gonna leave this up to you to go through. Okay, now commitment wise, you should be committing about 150 hours to study in this subject. You know what? I'm fine if it whatever it takes. Okay, but like I said, make sure you're on top of things. All right, lecture capture. There's a recorded lecture. and there's a SALT at the end, so I won't have to go through all that. There's, if you want to give feedback about anything, the subject, then you've got the SALT to go to. All right. Okay, so this is an overview of the weekly themes, or it's our itinerary anyway, but you have got direct hyperlinks to the readings. Now, what I would suggest, instead of within your assessments, instead of going to Google and using Google search and getting all your information up there, my first protocol, if I was you guys, would be going to the unit outline, having a look at the recommended readings, having a look at the text, and using those hyperlinks that we have there, going into your lecture, obtaining, whatever resources are in there. So using the subject content within your assessment tasks, that is really, I'm going to be looking at that and I'm going to be saying, okay, right, recommended readings, that's great, because they are there for you. It's to make life easier for you. Sometimes I can't understand students that do go and they get these obscure pieces of literature from Google, and even Wikipedia has been used, and I'm thinking, oh, not a good call, guys, not at this stage, tertiary stage. So my recommendation is looking at the recommended readings. Okay, makes life easier, and look at your text. And if you, now by this stage, are you guys all second years or third years? Have we got any first years? No? Okay. All right. So you should be up with how you use the library link. You've got academic skills. So, use those things. They're there. You're paying for it. So use them. Go in and get some support from those areas. So, yeah. So we've got all these beautiful hyperlinks within the unit outline. So please, please, please use them. Okay, make sure you do the readings and take notes for your journal. Okay, going to buzz down. We are going to look at assessment 1 in a moment, but we will be talking about assessment 2 also within the tutorial. So within the tutorial slides. So if you need a refresh on anything, go back to the tutorial 1 slides and maybe print out a PDF or download them or whatever. Your first assessment task, though, I'll tell you when it is due. It is due on the 21st, okay, 21st of August. Now you're probably thinking, oh, well, that's less than a month away, 3 weeks. 3 weeks will creep up on you, okay? It is an essay. It's 1,200 words. Pretty good percentage, 30%. So get onto it sooner than later. And then your next one is the 18th of September. So that's going to creep up on you too. So like I said, you do have to start start taking notes though. All right, look, we'll buzz down here. Okay, so it is a essay. You are going to reference relevant literature. I've already been through that. So reference the relevant documents. I have just uploaded the hyperlinks onto the first week's tile for the ELF document and the Australian curriculum. So you don't even need to go and Google those. I've got them hyperlinked into week 1. So just use those. So you need relevant literature, curriculums, theories. You need to describe and discuss how children from birth to 5 might experience each of the arts in their everyday lives within educational home, community settings. All right, so if you do work in a child, oh, Sarah, you got your hand up. Wait a minute.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah. Now, what have you got a question?
I have got a question.
Yep.
So it says essay or visual and written presentation. So is it the essay or the visual written presentation or both, or is it not the visual bit? Because it says in the unit outline visual or written presentation.
Yeah, I know. That's when we get to the tute's going to clarify it a little bit more
Okay.
So we'll just leave that for now. It is, yeah, visual, and it is a written presentation. I'm visual. I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, we'll clarify that for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. Good question though. Yeah, once we get into the tutorial, we'll have another look at that. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, and if I need to, then I will, you know, email Kathleen and just clarify that further, and I'll send out a generic email to everyone clarifying it. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, because that's a little bit confusing, isn't it? Okay, yeah, so it's all about the arts in children's everyday lives, so, and community settings. So, you know, you've got to start thinking about, you know, where are children exposed to the arts? Where are they exposed to, you know, theatrical arts? So drama, you know, do they go to musicals? Are they exposed to cultural dances? Are they exposed to, do they go to the art galleries? Do they, are there incursions into their childcare centres and things like that, okay? So you have to reference one age group. So it can either be infants, toddlers, or the 3 to 5s. And you know, 3 to 5 is quite a huge span in years because the milestones jump up when they're 5. So I would be choosing years, you know, so either 4-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, or 5-year-olds, because really 3 to 5, you've got quite a span in milestones there happening. You can get a little bit more specific. So you're describing how early childhood educators could use co-constructivist approaches. So now what we mean, we're going to be talking about this a little bit further within the tutorial also. So what co-constructivist is, you guys should probably be onto that by now, because I'm sure you've done your ed psych assignments. But when we're talking about constructivism, the idea is that that humans build on their knowledge. So I've just got a few notes here that, you know, so when they have learned something, they're building on that, you know, that prior knowledge that they have. So prior knowledge or prior learning is foundational, okay, and it influences our further learning. So I am I do take a constructivist approach because I'm an arts-based teacher. So, and especially in the visual arts, because I'm a visual arts specialist also, as well as a drama specialist. So I do a lot of inquiry learning. And for those people who have had me on campus, then you would know that it is, I do, the onus is on that co-constructivism. So I'm supporting your prior knowledge. And I do that within the classroom too, from preschool to, you know, to high school. So any experiences you come into or the children come into the classroom with, and their expertise in that field, because, you know, if they've watched like 20 million David Attenboroughs on butterflies, then they are going to be an expert, you know, on butterflies and the life cycle of the butterfly. So actually having that knowledge and that background in you know, different fields, then you as a teacher, you're adding to that. So you're adding to those experiences. If children have come from a Indigenous Australian background, say the Torres Straits, and they have been exposed to a multitude of ways of meaning making and storytelling through dance and visual arts, then that is their knowledge they have. And us as teachers, then we build on that knowledge. Okay, so that's what that means. Co-constructivism approaches is a way of supporting children through authentic arts practice. So, and I've just got a couple of notes. Constructivists believe learners construct meaning through active engagement. Now you could go back to your I'm sure your Woodfolk, is it Woodfolk? And I can't remember the text now.
It's Woodfolk.
What is it?
Margetts and Woodfolk.
That's it, Margetts and Woodfolk. go back to that and have a look at what co-constructivist approaches are. You know, there's other books. I'm taking a ed psych class now. I can't remember the book. I'll get it for you next week though. But yeah, it's got the theory behind different approaches. So, you know, like go back to Vygotsky and Erickson and have a look. But co-constructivism, so yeah, co-constructivism, you know, it's quite easy to get your head around. So inquiry learning. So our role as teachers is as a facilitator and guide. Okay, so when we look at, say, process drama within the classroom, then we are guiding the learning. We are steering the learning. But we are also supporting collaborative learning. So collaborative peer on peer, you know, teacher student, student student. So student centered. It's a student centered approach. Okay. So I've probably given you a little bit too much information, but as the weeks go on, I will be talking about the assessment task. So you're not too overwhelmed and you don't feel like you're by yourself in this. All right, so let's move on. So I won't go into too much detail about assessment 2. It is a reflective journal. That's why I am encouraging you to take notes from the get-go. So you need to start taking notes tonight, okay? And that is a weighting of 1,200 words and a weighting of, what is it? Another 30%. So you've got 3 tasks. Oh, 2 tasks. No, you've got 3 tasks. Wait a minute. Yeah, 3 tasks. So the last one's 40%, of course. Let me see. Yeah, task 3, research activity. So that's the learner's profile, but we'll go through that at a later date. Don't want to bombard you with assessment information and have you guys all melting down. All right. So again, at the bottom of the unit outline, this is where you are going to find your recommended readings. And then if you keep on going, you've got your rubrics. My advice to you is print this page out, tick off all these, you know, tick off where you think, okay, I've covered that, I've covered this, I've covered that. So, and make sure that you have covered all elements of this rubrics. All right. So any questions about that unit outline? Are we all good? All right. So wait a minute, chat. Let me have a look. Hello, Victoria. I have sent the email to you before, mentioned that I will be late 30 minutes because of the class crash. Just want to let you know that I'm here. Oh, okay. No worries. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay, so let's get into the tutorial. Just make sure it's sharing. Okie doke. So, acknowledgement of country. So we respectfully acknowledge elders past and present, and the community of this land is oh gosh, lost my words. Yeah, elders and the community of this land and all elders and communities of this continent. So because you're all everywhere, all over Australia, then I can't acknowledge our local people here in Brisbane. So we acknowledge all elders, past and present, and we thank them for their courage, strength and integrity. Now, Arnie Joe, I must mention this, Arnie Joe Murphy has quite a few books on acknowledgement for to country for children. So with beautiful illustrations. So investigate that one. Okay, so we're going to start off with the morning. Oh, this is a morning song. Okay, so it's to the words of Happy Birthday. Can you unmute and we all sing together? Are you game? Let's start off. Hang on, I'm going to get you all up here. Hang on. Now, you guys, do you know a good morning song? Have you used one before in the classroom, in you know, if you work in an early learning centre. Have you experienced one before? No. Oh, no, that's no good. Okay, unmute. We're all singing this together. If I'm singing it, you guys are singing it too. Just close the door and make sure no one's hanging around. Josh, you got someone in the background?
No.
Good.
Just checking it shut.
Yeah, making sure. Yeah, I've shut the door too. Okay, so this is two happy birthdays. So good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to class name. So whatever you are, what are you? EDAR164. Good morning to you. All right, so you guys are going to sing it back to me, okay? And I know it's afternoon. Well, it's not even afternoon, it's nighttime, but we'll sing the good morning song. So all together now, I want to hear your beautiful voices.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Good morning to Victoria. Good morning to you.
Love it. You guys rock. That was nice. It's pretty hard online, isn't it? Because in the classroom, you can sort of act like the goat a little bit more, can't you?
It just echoes when you all talk at the same time.
To
But-
you?
No, just
Get feedback?
when everyone talks on the same time on Zoom, it just echoes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll try. Wait till I get the instruments out, and I try and get you guys to go and have a look around your house for different things you can use. Okay, so who has got an arts background here? Anybody?
I have music, but not art.
No, yeah, no, that's what I mean. Arts, the arts, you know,
Oh,
the
the
umbrella.
arts. Yeah, I used to play clarinet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so at high school?
I did it in primary school and high school.
Oh, so were you in a band?
I was in the school orchestra.
Oh, nice one. So have you given it up now, Sarah?
I haven't really given it up. I just don't play as often as I used to.
Okay. Do you think you will bring it back into your classroom?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, good. I hope so. I hope everybody does. So if you play guitar or you play the drums or whatever, I hope you do bring it back into the classroom, because I can tell you children absolutely adore when teachers get their instruments out. We had a teacher at one of our schools, and he used to play the guitar, and every morning he would play a good morning song, but he would play his guitar, and the kids just absolutely loved it. Absolutely. So anybody else? Is there anybody working in a childcare centre here? Or in
I used to play the clarinet in grade 5 and 6 and 7.
Did you, Josh?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me
Super
that on
fun.
campus, or did you?
Never came up in conversation, I guess.
Oh, so you'll use it? Will you use
No.
it within the classroom? No, why?
I don't know. I don't want to hear 30 kids shittily playing a clarinet or a recorder. So I don't know. I feel like that would just suck.
It's not them. You know what? The best piece of music I have ever heard were a class of about 28 students, all on the recorder, and the recorder is a hideous instrument. But they were playing Smoke on the Water. Hang on.
I somewhat find that hard to believe.
Pardon?
I find that hard to believe that's the best thing that you've ever heard.
No, it's not the best thing I have ever heard, but maybe in a school. Okay, the best thing I have ever heard in a school has been, I think it was around about 28 recorders all at the one time playing Smoke on the Water. And if you know Smoke on the Water, do you know that one? Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. You know that one? Yeah.
It's like the first song you learn on a guitar.
That's right. I think it's the first go-to, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, it was fabulous though, and it made me go running into the classroom. I was like amazed. I thought, oh, this is so good, because you know what, Lucy Lockett on the recorder, I think, that's fine. There is a purpose for that, of course, but yeah, it's nice to hear other songs. Okay, Let's see, ideas for learning names in your class. Okay, does anybody have any games that they would like to share for learning the children's names?
In the daycare that I work at, they all sit in a circle and we have like a ball that they roll to each other and they have to say the names of the person that they roll to.
So if Johnny rolls a ball to Sarah, then he has to say, Sarah, hello, Sarah.
Yeah, hello,
Something
Sarah.
like that. Yeah.
And then we extend on that by when they do know each other's names, we just say who should roll it to who, and then they like list a theme. So maybe like favorite food or favorite color.
Yep.
But
nice,
it's very
nice.
slow because they just sit there and think about it for like
Yeah, I
ages.
know. It can be, yeah, like pulling teeth. Yep.
Yeah, even after I tell them, think about what you're going to say first, and then it's their turn.
Yeah. And they are so funny, aren't they, kids? Because they'll put up their hand and you'll say yes, and they'll say, and then go on for about 5, well, you don't let it go on for 5 minutes, but they need time to think. A ball of string. Have you ever used a ball of string where you roll it to the student and then the student has to say their name and then they have to roll it to another one and it ends up like a big spider's web around in a circle? That's a good one. Any others?
Yeah, I've got one.
Yep.
I work at a disability school in Ballarat.
Yep.
And what they do is they've got visuals on the board and the song goes, you clap it out, it goes, what do you think my name is? I wonder if you know. Yeah, my name is. And then they've got the letter that your name starts with on the board and you have to like guess.
Yeah.
And then it goes, I know, Amy. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
I love that, Ellie, because that used to be when I was a preschool teacher 30 years ago, that was my morning song. So that's how we started the day. And then because children love routine, then they just expected that song to be sung every single morning. So how do the children grasp that? They're fine. They love it.
They're good. And then like those that can't speak, obviously there's like a button and they get to press it and it says hello, and then they start their name. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, nice one. That's so good. So very inclusive, catering for diverse learners, of course. So all these things you could be adding into your journal too, like just these little notes, not that you're going to add those notes in, but reference to them. Okay. Has anybody else got a morning song that they'd like to share, or a name song that you know of that you may have seen on your prac? I'm guessing everyone's been on a practical experience.
Well, we don't really have a morning song. Like our morning song is like months of the year.
Yeah.
Like do the months of the year.
Do you want to sing it for us, Sarah?
I'm
putting you on the spot. Would you like to, or you don't?
Guys, it's January, February, March, April, and then when it's like May, for example, I go May.
All right.
And they're really cute, and the kids are they like know it really well.
Yeah.
And then we do I am, you are, we are Australian. We do that as well every morning.
What is it? I'm you.
You.
I am. You are.
We are
Australian. Yeah, right. Every morning? No.
Yeah. No, we do. And then we alternate. So we do the national anthem.
Yeah.
That song. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's quite nice. Okay. So hang on a moment. Going to minimize you again. Any other songs that you would like to share? No?
I mean, there's a day of the week song that we sing after we do the Indigenous saying that we're on the land and stuff. It's the days of the week.
Welcome to country.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. That's it. So what is it? What's the day of the week one?
I don't want to sing, but it's the Addams Family song.
Josh.
And it's like there's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday,
there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday, days of the week.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah. Nice one. I love it.
While they're doing it.
Yeah, right. Oh, no, that's nice. I haven't heard of that one before. To the Addams Family.
Really?
No, haven't heard it. Yeah, there you go. I've learned something new. Okay, so, all right. Learning names, face-to-face. Do both of the following. Okay, let's have a little look here. Okay, So clap a friend's name with me. So this is to London Bridge is falling down. Do you know that song? London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. Do you know that song? Most of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So clap a friend's name with me, name with me, name with me. Clap a friend's name with me. Let's clap. Hang on a minute. I'm going to get you up. Let's clap Lucy. Okay, Lucy. So you just do the syllables. Lucy. Okay. So let's sing it together. And let's actually, I should put you into breakout rooms. And then you can go around a little circle, okay? So how many people are here? Let me see. I'm going to put you into breakout rooms. And so do you know the words? Clap a friend's name with me, name with me, name with me. Clap a friend's name with me. Let's clap. Whoever. All right, I'm going to put you into breakout rooms. And I might just go in there. So you better be doing it, you guys. We'll see if you do. All right, I'll put you into 2 groups. I'll put you into 2 groups. Okay. You know the song? Actually, before I put you into that, let's have a little look at the other one because it's to Frere Jacques. Oh, I'll just get rid of that. So Frere Jacques goes Frere Jacques, Frere Jacques. Okay. Where is something? What? Someone? Where is someone? Please stand up. Please stand up. Wave your arms. Oh, wave your arms. Wave your arms. Sit back down. Sit back down. Okay. So do you think you can handle both of them? I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Yes.
you can. Okay. All right. So you got to go around the circle. Okay. So I'll break you up in 2 groups right now. Good way to get to know each other too. And I'm going to pause the recording. You can practice this at home. Those songs at home. Just have a look at the tune. Okay, so how did you go? Did you love doing that?
It was fun.
It was so much fun. I had a blast.
It's a, Joshua. I'm feeling your sarcasm there.
Oh, really?
Hey, now it's good way to get to know each other though, because you have to network. So it's, you know, networking through music. What better way? Networking through the arts. Okay, let's move on. So how are you feeling? I want to see these faces. Show me through your facial features what your reaction is to dancing in public. Give me a look. Hang on a moment. Facial features, dancing in public. Oh, there's a few people not too interested. I'm sure on a Friday night at about, actually a Saturday morning at about 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sure you'd have a big smile on your face. Dancing in public. I love dancing in public. So I'm a bit of a fiend. What about painting a picture? Facial features? Yeah. Look, painting a picture. You're going to be doing it. You are going to start doing that next week or the week after. Actually, I will be sending you out a resource list for you to gather too. What's the next question? Singing a solo. Radio. Facial features? No. Singing a solo? All right. Challenge accepted. All right. How are you feeling? Let me hear your voice. Okay. So you do have to unmute. acting in public, dancing in a group, speaking in front of others. Unmute. Speaking in front of others. How you going to go with that?
Yeah, I feel fine.
Yeah,
In front
good.
of other people.
Good. What was the other one? Kathleen's written these. Dancing in a group. How are you dancing in a group? Voices.
No good.
So a bit of expression. Yeah,
Depends on the
I love
group.
you.
Yeah,
It depends on a lot of
I
factors.
used to do dance.
Who used to be a dancer?
I used to do ballroom dancing.
Sarah. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice one. So dance fever?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else a dancer?
Yeah, I used to dance.
Who's that?
Julia,
Julia, did you? So what sort of dance?
like ballet, jazz, hip hop,
Oh, nice.
contemporary, all
Nice one.
those.
You know, there's a lot of hidden talents in these cohorts. There was a guy in my last semester one of last semester's tutes, or subjects, I should say. He danced with Bangara. You know, the Bangara dance troupe, the Indigenous Australian dance troupe. Yeah, which was like amazing because he did a good, I think, year or 2 years with those guys and girls. And yeah, he's just an amazing dancer. So there's a lot of you know, different personalities, different expertise out there. What about you, Linda? Dancer?
Speaking in front of others, and I don't really have any talents with it.
With speaking in front of others?
Yeah.
I'm sure you would. You know, when acting, do you like acting?
No. I
Okay.
don't really have any talents, so
Oh, Linda, I'm sure you have got talents. Everyone's got talents. We've got to build that up. 12 weeks. You'll be like, yes, I'm an actor. I'm an actress. Okay. We'll have a look at speaking in front. Rightio. Let's move on. Body express. I'm not going to even get you up to do this. Sculpting, getting out of bed this morning, playing instruments. Look, getting out of bed is a bit of an impossibility for me winter days. So we won't even go there. Let's move on. Okay, so are you all pretty up with the ELF document? Yes? Early years learning framework? Great. Okay. So like I said, it is hyperlinked into the first week's tile. So have a good look at it. If you're not, then you need to be, okay? Because you are going to be early childhood educators. Australian curriculum. I have hyperlinked the Australian curriculum in there. So have a good look at foundation. Okay. So let's have a little bit of a refresh. Okay. So belonging, experiencing belonging, knowing where and with whom you belong. And that is, everybody needs that. So it is an integral part of human existence. We all need to belong. Children belong first to their family, cultural group, neighborhood, wider community, but we know that these, you know, in some circumstances have limitations or obstacles. So belonging to your class is going to be a big part of their lives. Belonging to their friendship groups is always going to be a big part of their lives. And you know that from early childhood, primary, secondary, and then into tertiary, and then into adulthood further than tertiary. You know, we do need, as humans, that sense of belonging. So in early childhood and throughout life, relationships, it is crucial because, you know, it is part of our existence. It is a lonely world out there if you don't belong. And I think in the last couple of years, COVID has really hit people very hard, especially you Southerners. And that sense of belonging went a little bit skew because you did have quite a few lockdowns and times of isolation. So belonging to a wider community or belonging to a family group, you know, I really felt for the people who, you know, were quite lonely at that time. I know myself, I come from a family who had migrated to Australia. So my immediate family and now that I'm married with children, they are my, sense of belonging, because, and then everyone else is, the rest of my family is overseas. So it can get quite lonely for children. So we do need that sense of belonging. Okay, so get active. For example, you may have children from cultures. So, yep, just touched on that, where there are art forms that are a part of everyday life. So what I want you to do, we're going to have a look at this video. I want you to follow along. So warm-ups, including stretching and cardio. So I want you to get up off your feet. I'm going to reveal you guys. So I want you to get up. I want you to do what this girl is doing. Actually, would you rather just sit down and watch? Yes. Okay. If you don't want to participate, or if you do want to participate, maybe you want to turn off your video, because this might be a little bit of cardio. You might be missing out on the gym tonight. So this might be a way of looking at it. Okay, so let's have a look at this video. And this is a really good resource.
Hi, dancers. This is Zara from Dance and Culture. Today, we'll be doing West African dance. Make sure you have enough space around you, and let's get started.
Hey, I'm going to stop it there. Those YouTube dancers, so dancers for kids, come in a whole range of different cultures. So we're quite lucky that we have got these at our fingertips. So, doing your research before you actually delve into the different cultures and having a look at these videos, really good resource to have on hand, especially for the little guys as well as the older guys. You can use them right up in secondary. But you've got someone who knows, the culture, the dance, there at your fingertips. Now, if you're lucky enough, and you will be, to have a range of cultures within your classes, then why not ask parents, grandparents to come in, share stories, share dance, share art, visual arts, share, you know, yeah. I've when I did have my classroom, I asked my mother to come in and talk about some cultural stories. She was a you know, champion Irish dancer in a day. So my 70-year-old mother got up and did some Irish dancing for the kids. You know, it wasn't to my horror, because I was sort of like, oh my God, Mum, what are you doing? But anyway, she got up and she did it, and she was teaching the kids some jigs, so which was great. So if you are lucky enough to have different cultures in your class, if you're lucky enough to come from a different culture too, then why not teach the dance? We have had, I know within you know, some schools that I've been with, we've looked into Bollywood dancing, we've looked into Pacific Island dancing, a whole range of dancing. So it's just been fantastic. And, you know, it integrates into HASS too, because then you look, you know, but that you've got that constructivist approach again, and you look into those cultures. Okay, so being. Childhood is a time to be, to seek, to make meaning of the world, of course, to make meaning. So it recognizes, being recognizes the significance of the here and now. Okay, so what the children are dealing with in their lives, what experiences they are, you know, that are occurring on a daily basis or an annual basis or whatever, you know, like what routines they go through, what people they are, you know, who is teaching them certain things. So it is about the present and knowing themselves. So having that autonomy to know that, you know, they have that experience, so they have that knowledge. They build and they maintain relationships with others. And that's what we want to encourage, because we want to support their emotional and social development. They build and maintain relationships. They engage with life's joys and complexities. So building up that aesthetic awareness or that aesthetic sensibility. They can meet challenges in everyday life. We're building resilience within these children. We're setting them up for success rather than failures. And they have got that sense that they can achieve, they are here. It is, you know, like they have formed, they can collaborate with others. The early childhood years are not solely preparation for the future, but also about the present. So it's about the here and now, as well as the future. So I'm going to put you off into breakout groups again. You're going to work in small groups. And I want you to create a chant this time. So you are going to, as a group, create a chant on one of these things, okay? So how individuals are feeling today. So write these down. How individuals are feeling today, knowing themselves, or things that have happened recently, okay? You might have a common occurrence, or it might be that someone is the facilitator or scaffolding this little breakout room activity. Your favorite things, knowing themselves. So your favorite things, or any other different topic, but I want you to create a chant, and I want you to use body percussion. So either, you know, clapping, or, you know, clapping your legs, slapping your legs, or stomping. Just use some sort of body percussion. Do you understand the task? You're creating a chant, okay? So it can be a repetitive chant, like the ones we explored before, you know, earlier on. Okay, challenge accepted. Great. I love that enthusiasm. All right, I'm going to break you out into rooms. So small groups. So how many people have we got? Let me have a look. All right, so how about I break you off into 3 groups? So, and then we're going to share these chants. So I'll leave you in there for a little while and come up with them. So I'll recreate this. So 3 rooms. All right. I'll see you soon. I'll broadcast when I want you back, when I need you to come back. So, all right. See you soon. So those people at home who are watching the recording, you come up with your own little chant. Now this can be included in your journal. So, you know, the actual premise of why you are doing this. So it's that sense of belonging. I'm going to pause you guys at home and I'm going to let you work on this yourselves. And remember to document everything in your journal, okay? So why you are doing it, we are exploring the being, so the here and now, the experiences. And yeah, and you can just talk a little bit about that because it is going to help you in the second assessment. All right, pausing recording now. Okay, got one more group. We've got 11 seconds. Hopefully you did that at home and you've included, developed your own chant. Better start videoing. Okay, are we all back? Yep. Okie doke. Let me see. All right. Who's going to be our first group to volunteer?
I think it should be breakout room 1.
Okay, breakout room 1. It is.
Breakout room 1. Are we up in action, ready to go? Yeah,
Oh, is that us? Okay.
I think so. I have no idea.
Do
Okay.
you need me to count you in or do you want to count yourselves in? How about you count yourselves in?
Okay. 3, 2, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 3, 8. Love, kindness, and happiness.
Happiness.
That was our little song.
Beautiful. Did you do that like 2-3 times over?
Yeah, we did repeat it, but then it got a bit like we liked it was a good rhythm. Like, and we did it with our feet as well, but you can't really see us do it with our feet.
Oh, nice one. So you did a bit of stomping.
Stomping,
Yeah, a bit of
tucking.
stomping.
Yeah, nice one. So in a class, group 1, would you have the children walking around a circle or would you have them, what way would you do this? What?
Marching. They
Direction.
were gonna be in
Marching.
a circle marching around.
Nice one. I like it. Very well done. Okay, group 2. Where are you?
Is that us? Think
Let's
so.
just
Yeah,
make
it
it.
might be us. Is it? I'm not sure what group we're in.
I'm not quite sure either, but
Yeah.
how about one group go, another group goes anyway.
Okay, we can go, I guess.
Okay, thank you, Linda.
Yeah. Are we ready?
Yeah.
We'll sing it, okay? So 3, 2, 1. How are we feeling today?
I'm good.
I'm good,
you.
thank you.
I'm happy, thank you.
Okay. Do you want me to count you in? You do it again? It was really, really good. It was really, really good. Do you want to do it again with and someone else? Courtney, when you were replying, so they were asking you a question, how are you feeling today?
So we all say separately how we're feeling.
So would you all be in a circle?
Yes.
Yes. And would you be sitting there or would you be standing up?
I'm probably sitting because there's 2 claps on the knee and then 1 clap with our hands.
Right. 1,
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
So what was the chant again? What was it?
It's from London Bridge, the tune. So it was like, how are we feeling today? I am good, thank you.
Oh, nice. Okay. Nice. That's great. Thank you. And what about the third group?
Yep.
Okay, you ready?
I think as is to the same tune as well.
No,
Yep.
it's not really.
No?
Sort of.
Yeah, sort of. Not really.
Okay. You count that's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what? Did you count us in?
No, are you counting yourselves in or do you
Sorry, I
want me
thought
to?
you said. Sorry.
Right. Do you want me to?
I don't mind.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
I am happy today, happy
happy today. I am happy today,
and I am not sad.
Oh, no.
I
No,
am
there's
thankful
part
for
two.
today. Oh yes, there's 2 parts.
I am thankful for today.
Thankful today. Thankful today. I am thankful today. And
I
I'm
am
feeling
not
selfish.
selfish.
Nice one, guys. See, challenge accepted. Tutorial 1, tick. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to minimize you and we'll get back to it. That's great. Okay, so actually, can I just get you guys, the last group, how would you do that in a class? So what would be the configuration?
They probably sit in a circle and clap their hands.
Clap their hands. So you're just using your hands for body percussion? Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice one.
Or their
Okay.
knees. If it's
And
a knee
knees?
sort of day, then they can use their knees.
Yeah, nice one. Good one. All right. Let's move on. So becoming children's identities, knowledge, understandings. Becoming reflects this process of rapid and significant change that occurs in the early years. And you know it is rapid because they are knocking off so many milestones in early childhood. So they are learning and they are growing. And the emphasis on learning is to participate fully and actively in society. So that is that becoming. So they are becoming, they are evolving. Okay, so becoming an artist, get ready to create. All right, resources. You are going to need pencils, any felt tip pens, paper, and we are going to look at the work of Jean Rousseau. Okay, so we are going to explore this artist, not fully going to explore this artist, but as you can see, Jean Rousseau is a visual artist. So what I want you to do is you're going to create your own self-portrait. Now, those of you who have had me before, I might get you to start off with the continuous line drawing. So I'll just get you back up. Now, to explain the continuous line drawing, I will show you how to execute this, I guess. You will need a pen. So have you got a pen and a piece of paper ready? Yes? You're going to show me these pictures afterwards. All right, so can you see, I've got a piece of paper here. So can you see that piece of paper? Sort of behind me. All right, so one continuous line. You are not going to, the aim of this is you're not going to lift your pen off the paper, okay? It is going to be one continuous line. So what you are going to do is I'm going to put you into a breakout room with a partner and you are going to draw each other, okay? Using one continuous line. You are not allowed to lift your pen off the page. All right, so we'll establish portraiture first. So what you have to do is find a focal point. Now, of course, I haven't got anyone, standing behind my piece of paper here, but this is what you're going to do, okay? So I usually start off with the nose and then, so find that focal point. Remember, I am not lifting my pen off the page. Now you are drawing each other. So mine's a little bit easier. And you are going over and over and over the lines, of course. And you're drawing the human face. Now, and in the classroom, this is a bit of a hoot because I say to the children, now make sure you shout out if your partner has actually lifted their pen. And, they like dobbing on each other. So they actually say, oh, Johnny's lifted his pen, so little Johnny has to start again. So can you see that I'm still going? I'm still using one continuous line. So it's quite scribbly. This is an observational drawing technique. Going to go onto the hair. Oh, my pen's. I hope you can still see that. Can you still see my face? All right, elongated chin there. This guy's got a really broad chin. Okay, one continuous line and then I stop. Okay, get what I mean? I could have fixed up. I could have put a little bit more detail there. I'll just whip this off Can you see that? One continuous line. My line stops there. So if I was to unravel this picture, it would be probably a couple of meters worth of string. All right. It's unbroken. That's your challenge. Challenge accepted? Yes, I can hear you say yes. All right. So what I am going to do is put you into a breakout room. What is going on here? Hang on a moment. All right, breakout room each. So I'm going to put you into partners. How many people have we got left? Okay, we're dropping off. I'm going to put 2 to a breakout room. If you happen to not be in a breakout room, then you can draw yourself because you're looking at yourself in the Zoom anyway. So you can draw yourself. All right, so let me breakout room you or put you into a breakout room, recreate. I'm going to have 6 breakout rooms. Oh. And I'll see you in a few seconds, okay? So I'll give you a minute to do this. I'll see you soon. You're not allowed to lift your pen. And you people at home, you do the same thing. So you can draw yourself from a mirror, or you could draw your partner, or you could draw one of your kids, one of a child, or look in the mirror. So you are not allowed to lift your pen at all. And it's one continuous line. So if you were to unravel that line, it would be meters and meters of line. Or meter of line. I'm going to pause you and let you create. And I'll be back. I'm recording. Oh, bummer. Can you hold me up those pictures again? Just so, because I didn't. Oh, good. Thank you. Just hold up your pictures. Nice one. Yeah, and like I was saying, if the kids have got if you've got the perspex in the childcare centre or the unit that you're in, then that's really good. It doesn't have to be paper; it could be on the perspex too, and having that child standing behind. Okay, just remind me if you see that I haven't pressed resume. Can you just remind me I have to press resume? I do that so many times. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, so this is the portrait of John Russo. Russo. Like I said, can you, I'm gathering many of you have got pets. Would that be correct? No?
I haven't got a pet.
You haven't got a pet? Okay, so if you had a pet, and it can be absolutely any animal in the world, what would you choose? Mine would be a Tasmanian devil because I absolutely love them.
I have a jaguar.
A jaguar?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That would be.
A chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee? Yeah, a little buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, it would rip your face off though.
That's right. Yeah, well, there's been a few of those happening in America, haven't they? But jaguar, excuse me, Josh, we're talking jaguar here. Probably rip your face off too.
Yeah, but you can tame it and have it on a chain.
Oh,
because that lady tamed that monkey and then it like ripped her face off, and she had to call.
Well, we won't go into that because we're early childhood educators here, so we don't want to, go away traumatized. Huh?
There's no children here though. You can talk about chimps ripping off faces.
No. Okay, but we won't. Okay. All right, I'm going to minimize you guys, and we'll just have a look at the Rousseau because it's very much like what Josh, Josh's jaguar. Okay, he's sitting on a tiger. So what I want you to think about is if you could choose any pet in the world, any pet from any country, what pet would it be? And can you draw yourself with that pet? Just quickly though, and then we'll get on with the rest of the chat and then we'll call it a night. So can you draw yourself with that pet? Now, Russo, he's having a fine time there, sitting on the back of the tiger. with his little either ukulele or guitar. And he's looking pretty happy. So now when portraiture is a big thing in primary and early childhood and secondary. And the basis of, talking about portraiture is really that that exploration of not so much proportion in early childhood, but the facial features. So what I usually do is I get the children to feel their face and tell me what is on their face, what facial features can they feel? Because and I know when children draw, they might leave out their mouth, they probably leave out a nose, they probably leave out the eyebrows, they can leave out all sorts of things. So observation again, or even just that knowledge of themselves, so that being, is really great. A great exploration of being is portraiture. Okay, so and it's one of the things in the Australian curriculum that exploration of technique, exploration of materials. So that making, because in the Australian curriculum we have making and we have responding. So actually looking at this painting, even we could discuss your responses to this painting. So what response have you got? Would anyone like to share their response to this painting? What do you like about it? What's one thing you like about it? And that can be anything. It doesn't have to be Riso on the tiger. It can be absolutely anything in this painting.
Vibrant colors. Vibrant
colors. That's right. And next week we are going to be talking about the elements of visual arts. And color is an element. So compositions, although we can have black and white compositions, a lot of the compositions that you probably will expose the children to have got color in them. So actually introducing them to those artistic literacies. So as the elements, so you've got a lot of line, shape, textures, size, different sized objects, and thank you, color. So would anyone else like to share? Whilst we're talking about this, do you want to draw a quick sketch of the animal and you? No? Yeah? Does anybody else have any more comments about this painting? Okay, I'll let you create. I think you're all in the zone. Meanwhile, I might pause the recording for a little bit. But remind me to resume. Odd. Sorry, missed out on all that. So, yep, we had an array of animals that were drawn. Beautiful. So, like I was saying, I'll just go back to this slide. So we are going from the visual literacy, so the abstract language of the visual literacies, to written literacy, to oral literacies. So we're laying the foundations of writing from early childhood. So we're communicating feelings, events, stories, and inciting or encouraging dialogue is really, really important. So the 5 arts areas: dance, drama, visual arts, media arts, and music. That's what we are covering within this unit. The role of what the early years learning framework is: curriculums, specific pedagogy or pedagogical approaches, assessment, and building up resources. So building up through the journal, you're going to be building up a repertoire of things. Okay, so even those chants that you devise, it's something that you can play around within your future classes or within your classes. All right, so let's have a look at assessment 1 again. All right, because I want you to start getting this into your head. So it does say essay, visual, and written presentation. So I am thinking that you may have some visuals to put into that essay with some annotated notes. Now, who asked me about the visual?
Me, Sarah.
Sarah. So Sarah, I'm thinking now that I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, and I will clarify it though, the visual may be that you're actually providing maybe some diagrams within your discussion. Okay, so it might be that you provide a photo of maybe small children at a gallery. It might be that you take photos. I'm not quite, I will clarify that though.
Because could it also be like, if it's like a theory, for example, if we're focusing on a theory, could it be like like an example from the textbook, or like a photo of something that demonstrates the theory or what you're talking about?
Like, you mean like the graph, like
like a graph, or like some sort of
that's what
time map or something. That's what I kind of interpreted it as, is like it's you attach it to what you're saying in your essay.
Yes, that's right. If you're referring to Maslow's hierarchy, then maybe you're providing the pyramid, it might be that. But if you do provide visuals, it's always a really, really important idea, or important, to provide annotated notes. Now, the annotated notes aren't part of your word count, of course. Okay, so whether you include visuals within an appendix, that will not be included in your word count. Okay, because if you do have appendices, then that the word count, that content is not included in your overall word count. Okay,
but you don't have to, because it says essay or visual written presentation. So couldn't you just choose whether it's like essay form, or you add?
Well, that's correct, because visual, it's still going to be a written presentation. So the format, it is a descriptive essay or descriptive written presentation. So on how early childhood educators could use co-constructivist approaches. So I was talking, when I talked about this before, I talked about how children are exposed to the arts before they are in primary school. What have they been exposed to? So what, like the cultural dances, it might be at a barbecue at home, where they're involved in, Pacific Islander dances. It could be the music that is played, the different instruments that they have been exposed to from the different cultures. It could be that their parents take them to a lot of theatrical performances and so on, okay? It could be going to a market day and being exposed to a busker, a busker who is from India, say. So you've got to think about what children bring to you. So their prior learning or their prior experiences, what has happened in their everyday lives that has exposed them to the arts. So yes, no matter what, there is going to be a degree of written form for this one.
So could we do like a PowerPoint or like a Prezi, like as?
Yeah,
I'm confused. Like, I'm honestly very confused.
Look, and I understand that. Right now, though, what I will get you to do, and it's just really a little bit of exposure to the content of it. So what I want you to do is start collating your journal, some notes from tonight, but also thinking about how children are exposed pre, school, and pre, all those like dance presentations at school and theatre and musicals and that at school. What they're exposed to in early childhood. So start collating that. Next week, I will go into more depths about the assessment. So I will clarify essay versus visual and written presentation for you, okay?
Okay, and is the journal, like, is it more like a personal journal, or is it just like what do we have to include in the journal? Like, what's kind of the...
So the journal, if you, it's not, when we get to assessment 2, when I explain assessment 2, which I don't know whether it's in this.
I think it is.
Right, it is. We'll get to there. But the journal, what I need you to do though is start collating. It's more about collating what what you've been exposed to tonight, actually, you know, like in chants and things
Yeah.
like that, just writing all the notes you can about the tutorial and,
Okay,
and the
perfect.
content of the lectures.
All
because
right.
it will end up helping you, you know, in the next assignment. But I'll get to the next assignment in a sec.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's okay. And now I've been through the reference to one age group, so you've got a choice of age groups there. We've been through the due date. All right, assessment task 2, reflective journal, which responds to the contents of the art workshops and unit literature. So that's what I mean. The reflective journal itself, you've got to, so like I said, start collating because it's going to make your life easier. You're going to develop a plan for providing a group of young children with the resources, motivations, and teaching support necessary to implement extended integrated arts experiences. So you're going to extend on those experiences that they have been exposed to. So, for instance, if children are involved in dramatic role play in home corner, then you as a teacher, how would you support those children, that learning in drama, for instance, further? So what activities would you provide to further that experience? And drama is just one. It could be visual arts, it could be music, it could be media arts, it could be dance, okay? But this takes it further. So the experiences that they are exposed to, say, or that they're, you know, involved in. So say if you have got, you know, the kids of one child has watched a movie on pirates, say, and they're really interested in, you know, sailing the seas to find treasures, then me as a teacher, I would, you know, go to the centre or the classroom earlier. I would go out to the sandpit or go down to the back oval and dig a hole and bury some treasure. And then I may have devised a map that the kids just come across, and then they may, you know, that's called a provocation. And then the children might, you know, they might incite, but I would steer it so the children would go on a treasure hunt. You know what I mean? So you're developing a plan to provide a group of young children, and you've got to specify the age, with the resources, motivations, and teaching support necessary to implement extended integrated experiences. All right. I will give you another example. I was looking at fairy tales in my preschool class, and this is back in the early 90s, and we explored, well, we were talking about fairy tales, and the night before I had made up these really big, huge, giant legs, really big legs. And the night, you know, like Tuesday night, I went in and I hung them from the ceiling. So I made a big black, you know, like paper hole, pretend hole. And I got my husband to help me, adhered these big legs hanging from the ceiling. So in the morning when the kids walked into my classroom, they were totally hooked, because they just was like, oh my God, there's 2 legs hanging out the ceiling, you know, like, and I, you know, and then when we were sitting at carpet time, I was like, what do you think's happened? And then one great little girl came up with, you know, I think it's the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk, because we were talking about fairy tales. So it just hooked them in and I got them started. So I was steering the approach. So it went from there to visual arts, and then we had dramatic play, and then it went on. I was brainstorming with them, and then we started writing our own end to some fairy tales, and this went on for like a good, what was it, 8 weeks, you know, of exploring. So in this assignment, you are extending their learning. How are you going to do that? Okay. So, and it must be supported by theories and literature. There is a multitude of theories and literature that supports this sort of learning. It supports the arts. It supports the arts in early childhood. It's so important for their developmental areas. So mentioning the developmental areas and how it support, you know, the arts support the developmental areas. That's what you should be looking for now. But keep up with your readings and keep up with the lectures. Okay, so that assignment, of course, isn't due until the 18th of September. We will go into more depths with these assignments. Okay, so don't feel too overwhelmed yet. Okay, I don't want you to be overwhelmed at all, but and I'm here to support you in every single way. Okay, so I don't think I'll go into assessment 3 tonight. We might touch base on that next week. I will get clarification too from Kathleen and get on the same page, and we will talk about that a little bit further. Okay, so I'm going to skip off ahead. Now I'm going to finish this tutorial, but what I want you to do is just have a look at the rest of the slides here, and we can touch base on those next week. But this tutorial has got a theme, so animals. So you can encourage the students to listen to a wide range of music and respond to it. Dance through listening, have students move with the music, let the music determine the way the students move. And we have included a part of the Carnival of the Animals, and this is the kangaroos. So I'll just play just a little tiny snippet, but it's there for you to peruse, okay? So I would play this in the classroom, and we would have done some groundwork on how kangaroos move, how different animals move, but in this particular case, kangaroos. And I would get them to explore their bodies and get them to move like a kangaroo or kangaroos. And then we would have a big discussion. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. And then moving on, we would look at a First Peoples kangaroo dance. And these are ready available on YouTube.
Kangaroo. In my grandmother's language, we call the kangaroo bunda for this reason. Bunda, 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 bunda. Now, in this circumstance, we're going to call it Ugaranji because there's 600 mainstream Aboriginal languages. It's a song written by my two good friends, William Barton and Sean Chulbra, from the Kalkadunga and the Kukuyalanji tribes. It's a dance about the kangaroo, Ugaranji.
So this is the inclusion of cross-curricular perspectives. And cross-cultural perspectives. Okay, so I'm going to stop that. That's a resource, you know, like, and have a bit of an exploration with what is available to you, because it might be worthwhile. Well, it is certainly worthwhile for you to look at, but it might be helpful in your assessment pieces. We'll just move on. So on the same theme.
Victoria, can I just say something real quick on that?
Yeah.
So like with that one, the dancing, and like even with this one, the singing in class, I try to find the video, but there is one dance that the kids where I work at absolutely love. And it's got the Australian animals, but they all love to do the animals as the Aboriginal animals and how we dance it. So, you know, you could stand there and they sing it as well. And it's like, do the kangaroo or do the wombat wobble. And then they like do a wombat waddle. And then the chorus, the main thing that they absolutely love is, and tell your mum and dad and all your friends in a big love heart, I love you.
Oh, nice.
But it's like you do the animal, you do the crocodile snap, and then they do the snap. So it's like they know the song, but they also know
Yeah.
the dance.
Nice. And they're learning as they are doing, they're learning the
Yeah.
song, they're learning the actions. Hey, Madison, can you put that up on the forum? Can you put
Yeah,
that?
I can. I'll definitely. I have to go back and find the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll definitely go back and I'll find it, and I'll just be like, "This is a song name." You can.
That would be great. That'd be
Yeah.
great. I'll put that forum up on our online tile.
Yep.
But you're more than welcome to put it on the other one, but I'll put a forum for us on the online.
Yep.
There is one that I don't know if you've seen this one, the Australian native animal songs. So hang on, I'll play a little tiny bit. Starts off pretty slow.
I can be a kangaroo, a kangaroo. Can you? I can be a kangaroo. Can you be one too? Jump, kangaroo, jump. I can be an emu, an emu.
Okay, I think you get the gist of that one. So is it similar to that, Madison?
I actually did find the song. If you'd like me to play it, I'll play like the first part of it if you'd like.
Oh, that'd be great. We won't see the visual, but if you play the song, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Just give me a second.
Who wants to do the wombat wobble? Well,
Can
let's
you
do
hear
it.
that?
Yes.
Yep.
Didgeridoo, bop, 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 and the wombat wobble, and the kangaroo, and the emu too, and jump in the air, and turn around, and say to mom and dad, no, we're friends in a big love heart.
I'm not.
To
Thank
the
you.
crocodile snap, and the cockatoo flap, and the penguin walk, and the little seal clap.
Oh, great. Thanks, Madison.
Yeah.
Thank you. That sounds wonderful. Can you put the link up? That'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so there's a little bit of information there. It's actually important to learn the songs and then sing them and then do the actions, of course. Early childhood, first steps, first the basis of music exploration. I'll just move on. So I think we're going to finish it today. Excuse me. There are connections here to the Australian curriculum. So if you're thinking, oh gosh, what is this? This is the content descriptors for the integration of what you sort of touched on today. Okay, so have a look at those. Have a look at the Australian curriculum link. Have a look at the ELF link. And that's our tutorial for today. Okay, I was going to end it with it's time to end the day. It's time to end the day. But I think, no, we won't. That's it. I think you'll probably all be getting hangry and tired. So, and our tutorial is up. Our tutorial time is up. We won't usually go for this long, okay? It's just that we touched on quite a lot of the unit navigation. All right. So, good night and thank you. And I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you so much and nice meeting you all.
Same.
If you have any queries, remember to email me or put it on the discussion forum. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Thanks, guys at home too. If you've watched this this tutorial, hopefully you have. I'm hoping you have. Make sure time management is important. Okay. Look, if you've got any queries at home, please don't hesitate to email me. I am just a keyboard away, and I will endeavour to support you every step of the way, setting you guys up for success. All right, thank you and good night.